passage that's been coming up multiple times in my devotionals recently. It's from Acts 1:8. It says, "But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you, and you will be my witnesses, first to Jerusalem, then Judea, then Samaria, then the outer parts of the earth." When we hear that verse, we often get scared. It's a little scary because we focus on what's my Jerusalem, what's my Judea, where's my Samaria, and then where do I go from there? And we continually focus on that. And I think we're overwhelmed by the inadequacy of how am I ever going to do that? How am I going to have the impact I'm supposed to have? But we miss the whole first part of the verse, the principle. It's when the Holy Spirit and the power of the Holy Spirit comes upon us, it's then that we are able to do those things. I see that not only in the going and being a witness, but in many other areas in my life where I don't trust that the Holy Spirit will come and give me the power that I need. I look to myself. I look to my own resources, my own strengths, my own abilities, and I feel inadequate, and I don't carry out that work that God desires for me. There's 3 things I'm working on as I try to be closer to the Spirit, to have the power of the Spirit, to live out what the Spirit desires of me in my life. The first one is I want to rest, or I want to invite the Spirit's presence. To open myself up and say, God, would you bring your Spirit upon me? By doing that, I'm declaring that I'm ready to receive. I'm inviting. The second piece is to trust God's provision. I don't feel adequate in a lot of things, and I don't feel I have the resources. And so I really need to trust that God's going to give me, or has already provided me, what I need to be able to carry out what he's asked me to do, to live in the power of his Spirit. And so I invite the Spirit's presence. I trust the Spirit's provision, and then I rely on the Spirit's protection. The fear and the anxiety of not knowing what's going to happen, well, that's relieved when we know we have a protector. And so for me to openly say, God, I'm not going to protect myself. I'm not going to play it safe, but I'm going to rely on your protection. So if you want to live out the Spirit, the power of the Spirit in your life, I encourage you to do those 3 things. Invite the Spirit's presence, and then trust the Spirit's provision, and then rely on the Spirit's protection. I hope this helps you this week as you live this out. And I want to encourage you, if somebody else would benefit from hearing about Acts 1:8, but when the Holy Spirit comes, you will receive his power, please share it with somebody else. And we look forward to seeing you here at Fresno First Baptist. Have a blessed week.